Have you ever wondered why about half of all new businesses no longer exist after 5 years of being launched? You guessed it right. Most of them fail to tackle the important questions when planning to set up their firm and so ran into difficulties in managing it. Being an entrepreneur can be both exciting and challenging at the same time. However, as you become successful in your curiosity and preparedness, you'll soon discover that you can make more money than you had ever anticipated. Make sure to follow your passion and evaluate these questions critically to find the right answers to them.
Remember, a ship is safe in harbor, but that's not what ships are for.
The level of success attained by any business is determined by how well the entrepreneur is able to prepare before setting it up. Among the numerous issues to be dealt with when starting a business, being able to ask yourself key questions and provide relevant answers to them is perhaps the most crucial. No one ever wants to fall into the trap of having to start up a small business that will end up non-existent after some years. Maybe you're on the path to taking a bold step of growing your business into a reality. I'm sure you'll agree that not everyone has got the nerves. However daunting it may seem, the fact remains that several hundreds of thousands of new businesses are opened in the US every year. Now, who says you can't be among them? Once you're able to discover that you're really passionate about what you intend to start, it's undoubtedly going to set your business on a flying start. Napoleon once said, the words how and why can never be used too much. This just goes to show how important it is for anybody who plans to build a great business to ask the right questions. Have you yet to discover why you intend on starting this business in particular? Do you know how much capital is required? Questions like this and more that every entrepreneur must ask, be able to provide answers to will be treated here. However frequent you may have heard this from other sources, I must say that it is the most relevant question for all newbie entrepreneurs. What do you intend to achieve on a long-term basis? Look, you got to sit down and be intentional about listing your vision and goals for this business. If you have a hard time answering this question, try to recollect the drive that initially brought up this business idea. You shouldn't be in haste trying to make a lot of money now, and if being rich is the sole aim of your business, I'm afraid you may be disappointed sooner than expected. The top businesses that not only attract the best talents, but also do well at maintaining them have entrepreneurs with crystal clear visions. As an entrepreneur, you must be able to summarize your blueprint for the company's operating success. I recommend that you go on to write a business plan by yourself. This should contain startup ideas and also detail the proposed ambitions for your company. Going pragmatic when setting up a business will require that you ask yourself this question as an entrepreneur. Looking at it from a technical standpoint, try to evaluate the amount of experience or expertise you have about the business you aim to start. For instance, if you're planning to set up a software engineering business and have absolutely no idea about computer programming, that is probably not a good idea. You should be able to prove to customers that you have the required professional knowledge and experience in what you claim to do. Who wants to trust an unprofessional business with all their money? Indeed, no one would do that, so make sure that you have mastered the skills required before you jump into starting it. It's also important to ask yourself if you have the required leadership skills to succeed as an entrepreneur. Now, this is not so related to the aspect of technical skills, but it's equally important as well. For your business to thrive well, you must be able to check the box on this confidently. A lot of times when entrepreneurs are asked this question, they tend to reply with a general answer, everybody. What most of them fail to realize is that you have to be specific on which group their target customers fall into. There are over 7 billion people out there waiting to be reached, and you should get it right with the set of people you aim to attract. Everybody knows who Samsung's customers are, or even Audi. Think about what particular problem your business will aim to provide a solution to and which people are always in need of this. That's how you'll be able to answer this question. If you're not able to get this right, then you'll definitely fail at marketing as well. There are instances where your actual customers aren't limited to those who use your products and a service. A good example would be a baby stroller company. In this case, parents would be your target customers instead of the children themselves. Being able to discover who your target customers will help narrow down your efforts at gaining the hearts of the specific people in need of your services. Imagine having to spend the extra time and effort in contracting the wrong customer before discovering later that they do not require your company's products. That would be quite an ugly scene indeed. Speaking of time and energy input, I should reiterate here that you'll be spending a lot of these in years as CEO. The most exciting part about that is that it gets more comfortable over the years. However, you will have to do the extra work required to set your business on a good starting note for the first few years. Determine if this will require 100 hours a week or 50 hours a week. Finding out how much time this is going to take will help you get organized by setting up realistic weekly schedules. Some businesses have fixed timing and do not allow for shifting of tasks until a later period. Others will not permit that you put a hold on things. The nature of work your business will also determine how much energy drain it will cost you. If your job requires you to only reply to questions online while sitting behind a desk all day, then it isn't as stressful as having to go out to market your products to customers in person. This question gets ignored by a lot of people, but later on they regret not facing it in the first place. If you're going to start a business, decide how large you want to extend it as you grow with time. You could decide to be a major supplier of a particular product in your local city, and people come to get this from you with excitement. At this level, you're known as a trusted manufacturer of a particular product within that city. You might also want to make your business known throughout the state, region where you live. There's also the option of being the top producer in your country. The sooner you have a precise knowledge of scale for your business, everyone around you will key into this and put confidence in you. This requires that you know the level of detail, sacrifice, teammates, support, and a board. And all of these things will help you to get people around you to scale up your business. Have you ever had to complete a task all by yourself before and get another opportunity doing this with a partner? No doubt you felt so much relieved to have someone share the burden of getting the job done. Check around you to build a network of supportive experts in areas where you lack the required expertise or knowledge. You should aim to reach your employees the necessary skills that you've been able to learn. The most successful of entrepreneurs are the ones who have a team of essential people besides them to offer advice and lend a helping hand. Most times, these can be close friends, family members, or one's spouse. Whatever the case may be, you should never think that you can do it all by yourself. Truth be told, you can't be successful in business without a support system. Like I mentioned earlier, the stress of having to work can be really intimidating in the beginning. And you're surely not going to have all your cards pleasantly flowing at you. So you need people that can offer their unrelenting support throughout the challenging startup phase. A list of questions without having to mention this is probably not worth it. I know a lot of entrepreneurs are concerned about this, and it's not a bad thing to be. Ideally, you should be aware of the startup cost for the business you're interested in starting. This is usually going to take a lot from you, and it will take several months before you start seeing the profits. I recommend that you should have a minimum of 6 to 12 months living expense before starting a business. You should make in-depth research on the amount of the capital needed to avoid the mistake of having to budget lower than the actual cost. Take the smart approach of being realistic when trying to determine this and avoid cutting corners to come up with a sum figure. To succeed as an entrepreneur, you have to be distinct from the others. This is going to be what promotes you to the public. Ask yourself why your product or service is better than other competitors. Customers are not just going to choose you over others without any unique characteristic that you claim to offer. Show your customers why they should want you over a large number of other business options. List out your previous experiences and how they make your company the best fit for solving your clients' problems. Let them see the confidence with which you speak and build trust in them by showing them samples of testimonials given by other customers on your business. If you were to be in their shoes, why would you prefer these products or services in place of others? Do not be quick to conclude that potential customers will patronize you just because they know about your business already. Create a clear strategy on how you want to advertise your business to target customers. How else will they be continuously reminded of your presence in the market? Come on, there are a lot of other options for them out there. You'll need to create awareness of your business by using the available tools at your disposal. Don't take for granted that you're going to build a store or a corner shop and you're going to get customers swarming into it. It's not easy to get people who want to work with you for the service you provide to customers. Whether it's through an online platform or with the use of banners and flyers, market your products to a wide audience and compel them to buy your product. Many people think it's a bad idea to start thinking of this before starting their business. This assumption can't be any false than it already is. Who wants to start up a business and later discover that they're not comfortable with the paycheck they get? Before you decide to launch a business, find out the average range of earnings per month and determine if you're going to be comfortable with living off this amount. Being an entrepreneur can be both exciting and challenging at the same time. However, as you become successful in your nosiness, you'll soon discover that you can make more money than you had ever anticipated. Make sure to follow your passion and evaluate these questions critically to find the right answers to them.
Subscribe to Analytics of Life and don't forget to press the bell icon. Never miss another update or a new video.